As we continue, we want to have a presentation about the visioning process. And about 2 years ago now, we had Jim Oates come and do a retreat with our consistory. And we heard about revitalization processes and throughout the United Church of Christ and actually throughout the world. Because most of us have noticed that the world around us has changed. And people have different values and different ways of relating, and churches are changing. And we want to know what the best practices are, and we want to know how we can move from where we are to God's will for the life of our church. And so we entered into a coach share process with the association, which is a monthly phone call, a conference call with other pastors to talk about what they're doing in their churches and ways that they're creating new groups and new programs and new life. And we also have developed a vision team, and that is a group that comes together monthly and talks about these practices and shares them throughout the church. And this coming year will be the second year of the process, and we'll begin to apply some of those things. And I'd like to invite Vision Team members to come forward at this time. And I want to say that we're going to have announcements through the year. And so listen for special programs and be involved. And we thank Linda and Tammy for being here, and they're going to share a little bit about some of the work that we've done in the year past.
Good morning. As Kevin said, not quite a year ago, I was asked to join a small group of members to develop a vision for the future of Trinity. It's been said that there are two most important days of your life: the day that you're born and the day that you understand why. One of the first things that we did as a group was to explore ways that we could help the congregation and ourselves discover what our spiritual gifts are. We used a book by Neil Bosey and invited him to lead us in a workshop to identify and understand how we might use our spiritual gifts. And I did notice earlier that there are a few books back in the corner. For those of you that did not get to go through that workshop, I highly encourage you to take one of those books with you and read it and look inward at your own spiritual gifts. One of the things we've discovered is spiritual gifts are the source of power for a congregation. When a congregation understands and embraces this, these gifts bring vitality and strength into the church. It's my wish not only that every member of the congregation identifies their spiritual gifts, but they feel empowered to use those gifts in the mission of the church and for the greater community. Reverend Franklin is not the only one called into a congregation to minister. You'll only really know your gift until you care enough to take action with that gift. Then spiritual gifts open doors. They open the door for congregations to understand the team effort that carries out the church's mission. I'm going to leave you with this thought this morning. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Thank you.
Hello friends, I'm Linda Varno. I'm going to talk to you today about the power of invitation. And truly, invitation is a revitalized church. It's essential to church growth. You know, have you ever left on a Sunday morning and thought, gee, I wish my neighbor Fred would have heard Kevin's message today. I mean, it was really on point. He could have really benefited from that. Have you ever left here and thought, gee, I wish my friend Amelia would have been here to listen to the worship music today? I mean, it really touched my heart and she would really love that. Have you ever left here thinking, I wish that someone would have been here? I wish that someone would have heard today's message. I've left here thinking that. And really what it boils down to is why I don't go across the street and invite my neighbor Fred or my friend Amelia. is fear. Don't we worry a little bit about fear? The what if. What if they come and they don't like it? What if they come and no one says hi? What if they come and they don't like the music? When we realize that our invitation isn't necessarily extending an invitation from ourselves to the congregation, but it's an invitation of God speaking to us to reach out to them. That takes all the pressure off of an invitation, doesn't it? Knowing that it's not you doing the invite, that it's God speaking to you and wanting to reach out to someone else. When you do invite someone, here are a couple ways that you can do it. Obviously, you want them to have a positive experience, so display excitement. Talk about the wonderful programs happening. If there's a dinner coming up or a church event, be sure to either grab a flyer or send an email, a text message, let them know what's coming up. Make a personal invitation. Go to their house, see them outside. Maybe you're shopping at Bueller's and run into people. I see most of you there on a daily, weekly basis. You can also offer to pick them up. What better way? Hey, I leave my house at 9 o'clock. Service starts at 9:30. I'll swing by and pick you up at 9:15. Maybe we could do lunch, grab a bite to eat thereafter. There's all different types of ways to invite people. So don't fear. Just know that you've experienced something amazing here and that it's a great place with great people, and who wouldn't want to share that? In closing, I'm going to leave you with the A, B, C's, and D's of invitation. A, B, C, D. All right, you ready? A, always look for opportunities to invite others. They're all around you. They happen in a moment. B, be ready to seize the opportunity when it arises. Stomp fear on the ground. It's not about you giving the invitation. It's about God speaking to you and wanting to offer it to someone else. C, communicate in such a way that says you care. Don't we all just want to be cared for and know that we're accepted and loved just the way we are? What a great gift that God gives to us from that. And D, don't be pushy. There may be future opportunities. All right, thank you.